Netflix, you don't need cable. I'm on YouTube, welcome to the hood table. Where we chop up locally, globally, been spoken. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Joke a little hump, laugh a little hit that. Why do you sit over your glass a little exposed? Current events talk, trash a little, you never know these opinions might crash a little bit. Tip content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you uninvited. Bet your friends watching in the house and you job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HD content. Everybody they got something to say, so it's an open invitation. Bring it to the table, but if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn you back and say sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Hood Table, to all my hoodies. I know I am behind on some of my TV show reviews, but I warned y'all that I was working a lot of hours this month, so I was going to probably be a little behind on my delivery of certain content, including our TV show reviews. But nevertheless, I am here with another review, and tonight we are reviewing Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 1, Episode 9, and it was titled Loyal to the End. And there was some very loyal people in this episode. We about to get all into it, and make sure you guys like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the Hood Table on your way in. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. And always, of course, if you have anything to say, any opinions, any comments about the storylines, please feel free to put it in the chat. Excuse me. Please feel free to put it in the chat. And also, if you come in after the episode or after the show is over, feel free to put it in the comment section. But anyway, we got a lot to talk about today. Oh my God. It was so much going on. And last week, I had asked you guys, do you think that Lulu is going to pull through? Do you think that Lulu was dead? I was like, how can they kill Lulu? Like one of the primary people, cast members, or, you know, of the show, you know, kind of like the second hand man of Rock. And, you know, as we saw, Lulu did pull through. And also, I believe it is safe to say that Neek and the notorious Queen Pen of Queens, New York, is in an all-out war. Child, it is going down up in Queens, y'all. But anyway, during this episode, we again find out that Lulu did not die in the burning house that was being rained on at the same time by bullets. Neek's crew happened to be unsuccessful at killing Rock's brother Lulu, and neither was Marvin able to kill Neek. But luckily, though, for Neek, he was prepared for retaliation with bulletproof windows, you know, on his vehicle. Had it not been for that, him, his son, or them both might have lost their lives. One of his men did get hit, but Neek managed to protect him and his son, again, thanks to the bulletproof windows installed on his 7 Series BMW. And then after peeling out from the scene, Marvin, he pulled a gun out on Lil Rob. I was like, what's going on now? I had all but forgot. Oh, my God. Lil Rob. Okay, it didn't take Marvin long to figure out who had snitched on his nephew Kanan to Officer Howard, and I almost forgot about what Little Rob had done. But we saw how Little Rob, who didn't want a murder put on him, had gave up Kanan's name to Officer Howard. And remember, Officer Howard had told Rock when he was like, man, you need to tell Kanan, you know, the truth behind who's his father and whoop, whoop, whoop. Otherwise, I'm going to have some charges brought down on Kanan. Remember that? So, and that was for the little, you know, lethal blue tops. So with a gun in his face, in his defense, Little Rob told Marvin that he ratted because being that Kanan was a minor, he figured, you know what, if Kanan gets in trouble for those blue tops, maybe he won't get as much time as Little Rob would because, you know, Kanan is a minor. However, that's still like, I mean, Little Rob is kind of, you know, underneath Marvin per se. So that's kind of like his boss. So you ratted out your boss's nephew, right? And you thought you could get away with that, right? And then he had the nerve to tell Marvin that he was also trying to protect him too, so he wouldn't get locked up as well for the laced drugs. But then you know what, little Rob, he should have known. He knows how the game is played. He knows how it goes. Marvin put a bullet in him before he could even finish his explanation. And then after killing him, he set the whole van up in flames, to conceal any evidence that he was even there. The hit on Neat and the murder of little Rob was all on Uncle Marvin. Rock had nothing to do with it. She didn't know anything about it, thanks to her telling Marvin she was done with him last episode. She was like, it's a wrap. I'm through with you. I don't trust you. You ain't loyal. You went behind my back with my child, all that kind of shit. Rock tried to chastise Marvin, though, for what he did. Once she found out what he had done, since he no longer works for her, she was really pissed because he made a decision to put a hit out on Neat without her orders. And normally as it goes, Rock is the one who gives those type of orders. Rock was like, you are complicating shit that I already have in motion. To which he responded, you forgot that I no longer work for you, little sis. He was like, I don't work for you no more. And even if I did, ain't nobody going to tell me how to defend my family, not even your ass. Yeah, that's what he told his sis. But anyway, the disagreement between the siblings soon turned into a much-needed, heartfelt conversation, which I'm really glad they had. Marvin, even though he was the one to raise both Lou and Rock, he still holds his sister at a high regard, even though he was the one taking care of them when they parents, when they was around. So when having a heart-to-heart with Rock, he explained to her how much he hates not being given the same respect from her that, he gives to her, even though sometimes he be fucking up, boy. He know he be messing up big time sometimes. But, although Rock can run things, much better than Marvin ever could, he still respects her, looks up to her, and he gave her his props. Like, I could never run this drug game the way you could, but he demands not only to be heard, but to also be treated like a man instead of like one of her flunkies, because that's how she treats him. And that's also how Lulu treats him. The same Lulu whose life he just saved from that burning house fire. So hopefully Lulu will have his change of, heart too when he is back up and about, so hopefully they can, fix their little relationship or whatever. But on the other hand, Rock, she needs Marvin, to have her back. Definitely she needs help. Lulu is laid up in the hospital. Ain't no telling how long he gonna be down for the count. And Marvin strongly desires to still be a part of the family business wherever, whenever, and however Rox needs him. And after squashing a beef with a fist bump, Rock said, soldier up. Get ready. Get them boys strapped, get them loaded, and get them back on them corners because it's time for a revolution. And I swear when I said that, I was thinking about Kurt Franklin's song, Do You Want a Revolution? Whoop, whoop. Y'all know that song. But yeah, at the hospital though, I was so glad that Rock told Lulu's girlfriend Jessica that she'll sit beside Lou, so that his girlfriend can go home and get some rest. And I don't even know if they really girlfriend, boyfriend, or if that's just somebody he's having sex with that he's really close to. But whatever. Had Rock not been there, I'm sure Meek's plans to finish off Lou might have been successful, especially since the cop on guard was up there too busy chatting it up with the receptionist. And Officer Howard, he came through again. One more again. He's always coming through for Rock. He had stopped by the hospital to visit Rock and Lulu, and thanks to him being outside the hospital on a smoke break, he noticed a nurse. I was like, what the hell is going on? Is she really buying some drugs or smuggling drugs out the hospital right outside the hospital? I was like, what the hell is going on? But then we came to realize that she was selling some employee badges and some smocks to two of Neek's goons so that they could sneak into the hospital as like, what was they trying to be? They was serving food or something, like they were working for the kitchen or something like that. But Neek, he wasn't wasting any time retaliating against Rock and her family, after they put that hit out on him and his son. And actually I was surprised, like, were you guys as well? Because I just expected Rock to have like maybe a lot more of her crew, securing the inside and the outside of the hospital. There was some cops there, but again, the cop who was supposed to be in front of her brother's door, he was up there the whole time at the counter. I don't know if he was flirting with the receptionist or just gossiping with the receptionist. I don't know what was going on, but he sure wasn't standing at that door protecting Luke. So Howard, once again, he was looking out for Rock. So she had no choice but to agree with whatever Howard was requesting or has been requesting. He's been continually begging, threatening her to reveal the truth to Kanan about his paternity. So to pacify Howard, Rock tells him everything he wants to hear or he needed to hear. What Howard didn't tell her was the most important reason behind him wanting a relationship with Kanan in the first place. He still ain't told her. However, he did warn her that he wanted to meet up with Kanan and that if anybody else shows up, he putting bullets in them, basically. Rock was like, okay, I got you. I'll do this for you. You know how Rock be talking. I'll do this for you. But of course, he told her also anything else he needed, pertaining or relating to Kanan, she had better come through on that as well. And of course, we knew what that meant. Granting him permission to do a paternity test, either that or permission to see if Kanan is a possible match, for a bone marrow transplant. Because after him speaking to the doctor, he is basically dying slowly. Day by day by day. The doctor said we need to test any possible donors ASAP or you ain't gonna be here for much longer. And I haven't seen, outside of this TV show, I have not seen Omar Epps in a minute. I haven't looked him up in a minute. Didn't have no need to, you know what I mean? But he looks really bad. And I'm sure it's the makeup artist that's making him look like that. Like, I hope he's really not sick. You know what I mean? Like, he looks really bad, as if he's really dying, from something or another. But yeah, I'm like, they did a great job with the makeup if he is in fact really healthy. But anyway, if y'all know something I don't know about his true health conditions, please let me know. But yeah, so she agreed to letting Kanan, meet up with him so he could tell him the truth, which is that he's his father. After that, Rock, she not only realized that she needs her brother Marvin, but she also needs her son Kanan too. But she needs him more of not to jeopardize what she has built so far. This empire, this drug empire that she's built. And she never had any desire for Kanan to be in the street. She wanted him to go to that school upstate, that prestigious school. She didn't want him in the hood on the streets, let alone a drug dealer or a murderer. But as she was told once before, he was already in that shit before he was even in it. And I think the person that told her that was Marvin. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was her brother Marvin. Therefore, while Neek was preparing his crew for his next hit on Rock, she was giving shooting lessons to her son. She's finally gave in to teaching him the ropes, starting with a little gun practice. And what gun did she first choose for him? The Glock 17 9mm, which is the same gun that I have. And if y'all been following me for a minute, y'all done seen my gun. I didn't upload the videos of me at gun practice and, at the gun range and all that with my Glock 17 9mm. And oh, do I love that gun. Not every girl can handle a gun like that, y'all. But anyway, pew, 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 I can. But anyway, she told him the clip holds 7 to 16 bullets, one in the chamber, which it does. You can put 17 in there. And per Rock, as I do agree, Glocks are for real work. She says for niggas who know what they gotta do. And wasting no time, the first person that she wants Kanan to kill is none other than Officer Howard. up close and personal. And Kanan, he wants nothing more to prove to his mother than the fact that she can rely on him, that he can be loyal. So wearing Neek's missing jacket, which of course was totally planned, just in case there's some witnesses, maybe they might think it was Neek, wearing his jacket, he sets up to meet up with Howard, still not knowing that the person his mother has manipulated him to kill is actually his own biological father. I want to know what y'all really think about Rock. I know some of y'all be putting in the comment section after I do my videos. Y'all be putting y'all thoughts on Rock and comparing her to what's her name? Mo. Is it Mo? Oh God. In the other power, oh God, I can't remember on top of my head. Y'all know who I'm talking about, Mary J. Blige, the character that she plays in the other power spinoff too. Some of y'all be comparing them two together, but a lot of y'all said y'all do like Rock better than Mary J. Blige's character. But anyway, y'all let me know how you feel about her on this part, as far as her setting up her son's own biological father to be killed by his own son. Ain't that some ruthless? That is like, whew, how low can you go, child? How low can you go? All this to protect what? I don't know. Because it doesn't seem like Officer Howard is really set out to arrest Rock. I mean, he knows full damn well that she's a queen pen, right? And he knows that they have a whole empire. And we in episode 9, and he still ain't trying to arrest her or nothing. He did threaten to arrest Kanan, but that was just to put a little pressure on her. But I don't think he would have done that either. Now, right after Howard pleads with Kanan that Rock is setting him up at the scene where he actually shoots him, he refers to Kanan as son. He was like, "You don't want to do this, son." And then he tells him, "Your mother is setting you up." But Kanan, still not knowing what's going on, he shoots him dead in the chest. And then once Howard's on the ground, he shoots him again, just as his mother has taught him. She was like, "Make sure you hit him twice. Hit him where their heart beats, and hit him up here where they think." He did exactly what his mother said. Exactly what his mother said. Now, let me know what y'all think about that, seeing that storyline again. We're going to move on to Nicole. Oh, God. Nicole. And Laverne. Nicole's mom, her mother, as you saw, she was freaking out. And assisted to the police that they arrest Jukebox, for the death of their daughter. According to Nicole's mother, before she met Jukebox, their daughter wasn't a junkie ghetto addict. That's exactly what she said. Our daughter was no junkie ghetto addict. Her husband, however, didn't seem to feel the same way, because he was like, "How do we know? How are we sure that our daughter Nicole wasn't using drugs before she met Jukebox?" They have no idea, and they can't even really test her, to find out exactly when she might have started using. She's dead, and she can't speak for herself right now, but they're putting all the blame for Nicole's murder on Jukebox, which of course, if I was in their shoes, I would do it too, because I don't know that Jukebox didn't give her the drugs. If y'all remember, she took the drugs out of Juke's book bag when she wasn't looking. So, because of this, afterwards, Detective Burke, she set out to question Jukebox. But do y'all think Burke is really gay? Now, she does look a little studdish. I ain't gonna lie. She does look a little bit of studdish, a little butch. But I don't know. She could be playing it off. I'm like, is she gay? Or was she just using that to get Juke to trust her by creating some type of relatable issues or relatable bond, between them two? Because that's exactly what Juke was accusing her of. Burke was trying to basically play on Juke possibly being really vulnerable at the time. Her girlfriend just died. Her uncle is in the hospital, and yeah, she might be a little bit of vulnerable at the time. But as we all know, cops also use a personal story relative to what a suspect or somebody in question is going through. You know, well, when I was young, my parents did drugs too. Or, I was also raped as well. Or, I also had to put up with, self hatred and, racism. And, they conjuring all these stories, even if usually they're all a bag of lies, right? We know that they usually lie to get somebody to break down their walls. Jukebox, she wasn't falling for it though. Burke even told her what Little Rob had said, that Kanan was responsible for the blue tops. With no hesitation though, Juke called bullshit. She was like, that's bullshit. I don't know who said it, but they lied. Whoever said it is a full out liar. My cousin would never do nothing like that. Knowing good and damn well that's where she got them damn drugs from. But Juke, she had no idea that the same drugs that killed Nicole also killed many others on the south side. Kanan didn't tell her that. When Kanan found out that his drugs killed his cousin's girlfriend, he was like, I'm sorry. He didn't tell her nothing else at all. But anyway, despite finding that out over some Italian ice courtesy of Burke, Juke still didn't give up any intel, not at all, on her family or the source of the Blue Tops. Instead, after Juke's encounter with Detective Burke, she headed straight to her Aunt Rock's house. Juke, at that time, she doesn't have anything to do with her family's drug ring. Nothing to do with their drug empire. Yet she is as loyal of a family member as they come. So not willing to give up Kanan, Rock, or anyone else, she gives Rock the lowdown on her run-in with Burke. And as Rock is listening to Juke explain, Burke's suspicions of not only the Blue Tops, but the murder of D-Wiz and the murder of Buck 20, she's like, why is she talking to you anyway? Like, you have nothing to do with anything. You don't kill, you don't murder, you don't run drugs, you don't sit at the stash houses, you don't cook. Why is she speaking to you anyway? So she assumes that Burke might actually like you. And then I was thinking, I was like, oh no. No. It can't be. Because if that's what Rock is insinuating, and if the cop is indeed gay, the cop is a full-grown woman. And Jukebox is a teenage girl. And I'm like, oh, damn, I hope nobody crosses the line here. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Was y'all thinking that was Rock insinuating? Or did she just mean like on a friendly, she just likes her, But I was picturing it. I'm like, oh my God, no. She would be totally taking advantage of her if that was the case, especially after her girlfriend just died. But anyway, she then tells Juke that sometimes police are good friends to have. So I'm not sure if Rock was referring to Officer Howard or another cop that she knew, but Juke took that as her cue to meet up again with the detective, this time being more open and approachable though to Burke. And I guess this was in Juke's way of kind of protecting the family business. She played along, with Burke, and she basically warned her that because of 5-0 hitting Neek's re-up, he's coming for the police. Why she tell her that? Detective Burke was wondering, what are you telling me this for? I mean, did y'all figure it out? Basically, I think she's trying to throw her off. Burke is a rookie. So she's new to this. Now, if Juke would have told that to Officer Howard, he probably would have been like, let him come. But she looks really concerned. Detective Burke looked really concerned, like really worried, like, oh my God, they're going to come after us. They're going to come after me, because she ran that, she was in control of that operation, putting that hit out on Neek. But anyway, we shall see if Juke is just blowing hot air up her ass or not. Now, as far as Jukebox and her Jukebox. As far as Jukebox and her father, That whole scene, y'all, had me almost in tears. I mean, I think I did have a tear in my eye. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about that particular scene. Because over the last 8 episodes, we hardly ever saw Jukebox and her father like engaging in like a father-daughter type of relationship. I haven't got that from them. I know they're related by blood. Marvin is her father, but other than that, she seems closer to her Uncle Lou, her Aunt Rock, her cousin, Kanan, and of course, the white girl, but not with her father. And yet, and still, I could not believe how he treated his daughter. Like first, he told her, "I know you is not some type of Lebanese girl." Faggot. I don't even feel comfortable saying the words, but that's what he said. He asked her, "Who the fuck is this white bitch?" I was like, "Oh my God," he called his daughter. Oh my God. I felt so. That ain't when I started crying though. After he called her the F word and then asked who was that white bitch and where she come from, after finding out that Nicole is dead, he said, "That's what God does to bitches who violate his will." And I was like, ain't that some messed up shit to say to your own child? And that's his daughter. But it's what happened next that had me in tears. When they were fighting, she was getting tired of being disrespected. So Jukebox, she spit in his face, and he responded by slapping the shit out of her. He was stomping on her tape, the tape that Nicole and her made, that VHS tape of their music video. And after that, it was on and popping. Juke tried her best to fight her father back. Child, she was banging. She was trying. And in fact, her size, what that girl probably weighs about a good, I don't know, 140, maybe, give or take. She seems a little tall, but she ain't that big. She's really slim. But she was trying though. She was throwing some, for her size, she was throwing and landing a few good solid blows on her dad. But nevertheless, she was no match to be fighting a whole grown man. And despite that, I just couldn't believe that he damn near choked his own daughter to death. That's when my tears started coming. I was like, he had her up against that wall with his hands around her throat. She could not breathe. And then her eyes was pleading like, "I'm your daughter, I'm your daughter, I'm your daughter." And that's when my tears, I was like, oh my God, am I really crying? But she had tears falling down her eyes. She couldn't do shit. I was like, is he really manhandling his own flesh and blood like somebody on the damn street? He was choking the dog shit out of his daughter. Then he tells her, just because you think you're nigga don't mean you can fight like one. And that's when, a little after that, that's when he released her and she dropped and fell to the ground. I was like, oh my God. I thought he was going to kill that girl. I honestly thought he was going to kill that girl, at least put her in the hospital or something. But after seeing what Jukebox went through with her homophobic father, how do y'all think Rock and the rest of the family will respond? Y'all let me know, because y'all know Rock, she just made up with her brother Marvin, with Jukebox dad, and she is very fond of her niece, as her niece is to her. And when you think back to episode 7, Rock knew all along that Juke was gay. When Marvin was looking all around his daughter, he was never really looking at his daughter. But she told her in episode 7, "I'm not Marvin, I'm not your father." And she was basically referring to Juke not being able to, or not wanting to tell her father. Rock, though. Yeah, let me know what y'all thought about that scene. Now, I want to discuss the scene between Rock and her mother. And matter of fact, did we ever find out what happened to Juke's mother? Did she die? Did she leave? I can't remember if they even mentioned it yet, but if they did, y'all bring it to my memory. But Rock and her mother, what did y'all think of the exchange between Rock and her mother after church service? During the actual church service, Rock, she seemed to be trying to find some sort of peace, within herself. She has done a lot of dirt, and she's hurt a lot of people. And even sometimes the violence might be done out of retaliation. She's still done a lot of hurt to people, including selling all those drugs that's out there, getting people hooked and, killing people. But do you think she was at church trying to get right with the Lord? I don't think so. Not at all. I think it was more likely she was there to probably seek forgiveness for what it is that she was about to do, or what she was about to set her son out to do. And I, for one, am really anxious to find out what is the big deal behind not telling Kanan who his real father is. I mean, the producers really, they gave us like a little peek at their past, when Rock was a teenager, when she first met the officer, but we really don't know their true story, their true history, their true past. So I cannot wait till the producers give up more details on their past relationship. But in the meantime, and in between time, after church service was over, Rock's mother asked, what is going on with with you? Where the hell you been? You ain't been to church in well over a year. Now you coming up here in church service. Her mother, being a mother, she sensed that something serious was going on with her daughter, Rock. Rock, however, I think she wanted her mother. She asked her mother, what do she think, or why does she think Rock turned out the way she did, which is at times a vicious, ruthless, merciless, deadly, murderous, cold-blooded savage of a notorious queen pen. Like, did I describe her okay? Did I miss anything? Should we add to that description? I think I did okay. But yeah, her mother knows all that. But Rock's mother thought that she was trying to blame her for, who she turned out to be. But she was all wrong. Rock, I believe, just wanted some motherly advice, even though it doesn't seem like they might have that type of relationship. And she might have even possibly wanted some spiritual advice, being that they were standing in the house of the Lord. I don't know, but her mother basically told her that she was a grown-ass woman. You done made your own decisions. Now, basically, live in the bed that you made up. Her mama said, your mama ain't your problem, Raquel. You are, before walking away. That's what she told her. So, again, that's some more past relationships there that we don't really know about. And I think a lot of this we'll probably find out in season 2. Because, it's only 10 episodes. We're already on 9. And there's one more to go. So, anyway, Rock and Symphony. I haven't forgot about Rock. I haven't forgot about Symphony. As for those two, where do you see their relationship going from here? Like, where do you really see their relationship going from here? Were you guys really cheering for them? Were you really rooting for them? Me personally, I still don't know if the two of them are right for each other, if they are meant for each other, because I just think that Rock is so far out of Symphony's league. Or maybe not. Who is this real Symphony? We really don't know too much about Symphony. Besides, he's a college student who works at a bar, right? Works at a club, right? So, again, I don't really know if they are both made for each other. But just when I at least thought that Rock was getting to a deeper and more intimate, passionate place with Symphony, she pushes him away again. She pushes him. She was so mean to him this episode. I felt so bad. I really felt so bad, y'all. I felt so bad for Symphony. And yeah, I'm not even like thinking that they even should be together because I'm kind of skeptical about him. But I did feel really bad. Like he all he wants her to do is allow him to be there for her, especially in a time like this. Like your brother, y'all really close, and he done got shot up. The house he in got burned up. They shot the house up. He's in the hospital. He was damn near dead. Thanks to Marvin, for coming when he did. He probably would have died from smoke, ventilation, or inhalation, and all that. But he came looking for her at the hospital out of concern for her brother when she aggressively informed him that if I needed you here, I would have called you. Then she proceeded to tell him that whatever they have going on is not real. It's all make believe. Basically, she's trying to say, I let my guard down. I forgot who I was. This isn't me, the lovey-dovey relationship type, need a man type of person. And he tells her, but I love who you are. In response to that, she says, don't worry, you'll find some college hoes to fuck real soon. I know. Okay. He didn't like that. He didn't like that at all. He don't like being disrespected by Rock. He knows who Rock is. And see, the thing is, she can have him killed in the blink of an eye. On her command, she can have him killed, shot down to the ground, okay? And still, yeah, he clapped back at her. He was like, oh, okay, well, fuck you then. He was like, fuck you. But before walking away, Symphony gave her a piece of advice. He said, tell Marvin that Tony cannot be trusted. And because, of all the chaos going on right now, I don't even know if Rock is going to remember to do that. But I sure hope she does, because being that Tony is definitely working with the police to set them up, Marvin really needs to know about that. He really does need to know about that. But anyway, that's all I got on this episode, y'all. Like I said, this episode had a lot going on. It had a lot going on. I hope y'all enjoyed the review. I hope y'all have been enjoying the season thus far. We are now on episode 9. Episode 10 comes on next Sunday. Tomorrow, for all of you book review fans, I will be reviewing chapter 2 of Timothy Blaine's Murder in the B Sector. So if y'all already got y'all book, and if y'all already been reading it and everything, I'm just going to review chapter 2 tomorrow. I'm just reviewing one chapter a week. I might drop the link tomorrow though to let you guys come on and talk about or discuss anything from chapter 1 and chapter 2 that you want to discuss about or whatnot. But I will post the link tomorrow night. We'll probably go live around like 9 p.m. between like 8:30 9 p.m. tomorrow night. So be looking forward to that link. If you are subscribed to the Hood Table, make sure you got our bell hit, our notification bell hit, so you get the notifications of when we going live. Okay. Or you can also follow me on our The Hood Table Facebook page. I'll be posting the links over there too. But make sure you like and share this video, and also stay blessed, be safe, remain vigilant at all times. And as we always say, don't forget to keep it hood. Bye.